Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk. This is Edmund, and I have my friend here, Jerry Wu from First American Title. Hey Jerry.
Hi, Edmund. Hey, good to be here.
Yeah, so guess what we're going to talk about today? We're going to talk about title insurance, right? What is title insurance, Jerry? And why is that important?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on this program of yours, Edmund. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm with First American Title Company. We one of the largest title companies in the industry, and I've been blessed to be doing this for a while. I mean, title insurance, to simplify it, basically just means it's insurance for ownership of your property. Sometimes people have a little harder time understanding this concept because there's really not many types of insurance that insures ownership, right? Most of insurance insures against something that happens if you get into a car accident or if you get sick. But so not many insurance actually insure ownership. While in real estate, there is title insurance, and title insurance insures the ownership, that you own the home. So if at any time the ownership of your property is threatened, right, then that's when your title insurance will kick in.
Yeah, so it is a big purchase. I mean, you want to be sure, if anything, that house is yours. So it makes perfect sense to do that. I mean, when do you need, like about what time should you start ordering title insurance, like in the process of buying a home, purchasing a home?
So the process is every time you sell a home, right? Let's say today you're a seller. When you sell a home, at least here in Southern California, and you go into escrow, that's when a title report would get ordered.
Okay.
Right? And we would use that title report to kind of see what's currently on title. Are there anything that we need to clean up so it doesn't affect the buyer, which is going to get the insurance policy.
So
during the escrow period.
Yeah. So it's a peace of mind that you're purchasing, and then in my mind, there isn't a better insurance policy that you can get, This is just
Absolutely. I mean, you're spending hundreds of dollars on a piece of property, on your home. You don't want anything from the past to kind of creep up and threaten the ownership of your property.
Absolutely not. Well, speaking of which, have you heard any like horror stories or bad experiences for people not having purchasing that? I'm sure in your line of work.
First and foremost, if you're going through escrow, although it's not legally required to purchase title insurance, if you're going through escrow to purchase a home, it's almost impossible not to get title insurance.
Okay.
So, in other words, although it's not legally required, it's almost unofficially required when you.
Right.
But have there been any horror stories? Yes, there's been plenty of times we've seen title claims, I guess, that has come up. We've seen issues where somebody buys a home and a previous owner's loan was never disclosed and never got paid off.
Right, of course.
Now this lender, since this house was collateral for that loan, this lender is coming back after the current owner and saying, hey, we never got our money when the house was sold, the house was collateral, pay up, right? At worst, I mean, we've seen fraud where the seller sold the home to a buyer and then really that seller didn't really even own the home.
Right.
Nowadays, fraud is a big issue. Notary fraud is a big issue. Identity fraud is a big issue. So what if you purchase a home from somebody who doesn't actually own the home, right? So those would be a big issue. I mean, those are like bigger things, right? But down to the smaller stuff, like what if, when we transfer property, we transfer it by like lot number, track number, etc. What if there was a typo in that, right?
Right.
And you end up buying the wrong property.
Yeah. I mean, many errors is bad enough, but it's hard to imagine when you spend hundreds and thousands of dollars just to get a piece of paper that eventually you don't even own a home. That's pretty devastating right there.
Absolutely. So we've seen all of them before, but that's why it's so important to make sure you have that insurance policy.
That's right. Well, there you have it, guys. Make sure when you're thinking about purchasing a home, talk to a professional. Okay. When it comes to title insurance, there's Jerry Wu that you guys can talk to. Well, until then, we'll see you next time on Real Talk.
Thanks, Evan.